Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Franchise Men, and today we're going to be reviewing Neighbors, which comes out this Friday. So we're going to give you a quick review, and you guys decide if you want to go see it. My name's Terry.
I'm Kosal.
Kosal, what did you think about overall? What did you think about the movie Neighbors?
I liked it very much. When I first got into the theater, I felt like it had a bit of a shaky start with its long scene, and they kind of extended the joke a little longer than it needed to. But after that, once it really started getting into its own, it really did humor me very often. The pace was very good. It gave me some time to breathe and just kind of take a step back before they brought in the next joke, so it actually did have some more meaning when I heard that joke.
I definitely agree with you in terms of the pace. It did start off a little bit slow for me too. And honestly, that took a little bit of the enjoyment away from me. But once it started getting into it and it actually got into the main storyline, then you started to see a lot more of the jokes, and and the pace started to pick up. The jokes were, like you said, very well mixed in with the storyline. There was a little bit of a meaningful background in the jokes. There's a lot of films, for me personally, that I feel like comedies, where they have just jokes. It just keeps going and just never slows down, and you never have time to actually learn about the characters and enjoy the film itself.
Going off of that, it is kind of the type of humor you see from Seth Rogan films, such as Zack and Mary Make a Porno or
Knocked Up.
Knocked Up.
Yeah,
it has kind of the same thing where like you'll feel for the characters and it makes you laugh at the same time.
Yeah, one of my top things for making a film enjoyable are the performances of the characters. And I think in this one, the performances were great all around. So some of the actors and actresses that we had in this film were Zac Efron, James Franco's younger brother is named
Dave
Franco, yes. And then we have Seth Rogen and Rose Byrne. And I think all of them really have good comedic timing. It's very rare to find people with, honestly it is to see an actor with both acting chops and comedic timing. And I think they were all pretty good in their roles. They were cast very well. Zac Efron playing a frat boy is pretty convincing. And I feel like Zac Efron's sort of like been growing over time, like especially since his High School Musical days, which.
He has some very good comedic timing in the movies that I've seen him in since his little Disney phase. But in those ones, he's often pretty entertaining. He has good comedic timing.
Yeah, I agree. Even in his High School Musical days, he was still. That was a start. He was a decent actor at that point for where he was at, and now I feel like he's really coming into his own. On the other hand, Seth Rogen, of course, he's a comedian. He's always funny. If anything, Zac Efron and Dave Franco together, those two.
They had some very good chemistry.
Yeah, very good chemistry.
In the last few scenes, you really get a really good feel of their dynamic.
Yeah, they really played off well each other on the timing as well. Overall, what would you rate the film?
Overall, I give the film a cinematic rating of a 2 out of 5 and an entertainment rating of 4 out of 5.
For me personally, I would give the film a rating of 3 out of 5 for cinematic, and then 3 out of 5 for entertainment as well. Because for me, I don't know. There's very few comedies for me that have a deep enough story for me to feel like I would give it a 4. But then again, like Kosal mentioned before, this is a film that they were going for comedy, and they really went all out with it. They didn't like try to become too serious, and that tends to affect a comedy film's performance. And so overall, with a rating of 2 and 4 and 3 and 3, the overall rating for this film, it seems like, is a 3 from us. And what that means for us is a rating of 3 is not a must-see. However, if you go see it, you will not be disappointed. You will enjoy the film. And if there's anything that is making you question whether you should go or not, I would just mention one scene. Involves Zac Efron, Seth Rogen, and dildos. So that's us for the Franchise Man for our review for Neighbors. Remember, subscribe below if you enjoyed the video. And any thoughts, Kosal?
We will be having a news segment tomorrow, so be on the lookout for that.
Yes, that's true. We will have weekly segments coming out every Friday, and then also episodes between then if we ever go to any pre-screenings or anything like that. So thank you for tuning in this week.